Hey guys, I'm back with the first of the final 4 additives for our Floetrol cell activator series. In these videos, we've been testing various additives mixed in Floetrol-based acrylic pours to see what will give us the best cell action. For today's cell activator, we're testing Rain-X glass water repellent. We've done a lot of experimenting, so if you've missed the previous additive test, I'll leave a link to the playlist in the description below if you want to check them out. If you're just joining into these experiments, I've been using the same pouring medium, colors, and method throughout the testing. For my pouring medium, I'm using a mix of about 90% Floetrol and 10% GAC 800. GAC can be pricey, but I like adding it to help prevent cracks from forming as the paint dries. For my colors, I chose to use Liquitex Basics in Cadmium Yellow Light Hue, Purell Red, and Ultramarine Blue. For the base, I'm using Amsterdam Titanium White. Each of the colors, except the white, has 2 drops of the cell activator being tested stirred in. I'm using the flip cup method for these test pours. After mixing in the cell activators, I then layer the colors into a separate cup and flip that over onto the canvas. Once flipped, I usually give it about 20 to 30 seconds before lifting the cup. This gives the paint time to mix and mingle before spreading out, so you get more cell production. The flip cup is one of my go-to methods when I want a lot of cells to form. So, our test subject today is Rain-X glass water repellent. Full disclosure, when I added this one in, I had forgotten just how quickly it came out of the bottle. Since it had a tiny opening, I thought I would be able to control the drops. I was wrong. It came out way faster than I expected, so this pour probably has more than the typical 2 drops added. The Rain-X created a lot of action. The cells started forming immediately and just kept going. It was one of those that I probably should have let sit for a little bit longer under the time lapse. As you'll see at the end, it shifted a lot. The colors continued to push away from the base paint, creating a wildly different result by the time it was dry. It's odd how it chose certain areas to go full throttle in and others where the cells stayed mostly put. Alright guys, now that you're up to date on what we're working with, I'm going to leave you to the rest of this cell activator experiment. Don't forget to stick around to the end for the dry results. For the next additives, we're going to be testing out 3 different types of silicone oil. At the end of the series, we'll take a look at all 16 additives side by side so you can decide which ones are your favorite. I'll also have a control pour, one with no additives at all, so we can have an idea of how much each activator changes the results. So, if you haven't already, go ahead and click subscribe so you'll be up to date on all my latest cell activator experiments. If you have any questions or just want to say hi, feel free to leave me a comment below. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!